FG, have you got your hands on any trophies?
You know what? I'm just happy for my friends, Shellzz.
Yeah.
What's mine is what's yours is mine, right? We share it.
Do you know what?
I've got a competitive win though.
Okay.
And you lost 15-0 when you tried.
Oh,
yes,
15. Bringing that up.
15-0.
Bringing that up. Hello and welcome to EA Sports In The Game. My name's Kyle Walker and I can say this is the final one of the season. And as you can see, we've got a very special guest with us. First though, we've got FG, standard, he's always here. We've given a one-game ban to Leighton for his horrendous trousers and we've brought in Manchester City Esports' very own Shellzz to welcome us here and to talk all things FIFA 23, football in real life, and of course, a little bit of banter as well. But there's only one place to start, and let's get straight into it. It's the Champions League.
These are the nights that you play football for, you know. The semi-final of the Champions League, you know, at a stadium like this, it's like a dream come true, isn't it, really?
Third time that City have faced Real Madrid in the semi-finals of this competition.
Real attack game, this is a scenario, this competition against this team is always so difficult for the quality they have.
Vinicius Junior has stumped it into the back of the City net, and Real Madrid are in front.
They had their chances, you know, we had a few as well, and then when it fell to Kevin.
Bruyne hits the shot, and City are level at the Bernabeu. A wonderful strike from Kevin De Bruyne.
An incredible performance, and in this competition, you need two best players.
Wonderful save by Edison.
In general, everyone was really good.
Is this the biggest game in the Ep.8 history?
Oh. The team who's going to win the game is going to get the final.
In the words of Joleon Lescott, ooh, we're into the Champions League final. What an incredible two legs. 1-1 in Madrid, 4-0 at the Etihad. Shellzz, I mean, an unbelievable, as I said, two legs. What a performance from both teams, but especially Manchester City, especially at the Etihad. What a way to make it to the final.
Yeah, I thought the boys they were serious. Like, as cliche it is, when the first 20 minutes started, they was playing incredible. Obviously, Courtois made a couple brilliant saves. But I was always a little bit worried that, you know, Madrid, they're dangerous on the counter, that they might score an early one. But the boys, it was just incredible last night all around.
They really was, and it wasn't just the players on the pitch, it wasn't just the manager, it was the fans as well. I was lucky enough to be in the stadium. FG, you were in the stadium, you were at the game as well. What did you make of the whole experience? From the beginning, the fans singing, the flags were waving. It was unbelievable.
The minute you got there, it was like a special occasion. And the way that the team played, and like you said, the way that the fans were. What a result, mate. We're going to Istanbul. I've lost my voice as well.
I mean, it was a very, very special result. It does mean that we are going to Istanbul. One game left to play, Inter Milan in the Champions League final. How are you feeling? I'm not expecting score predictions from you, but Shellzz, I'll come to you first. Are you nervous about it?
I'd say I'm always nervous. I think finals are unpredictable. Both teams deserve to be there, but I don't know. Obviously, there's historically in the final, obviously lost against Chelsea a few years ago, and even the heartbreaking loss last year against Madrid.
We want some positivity.
Sorry. But I'm playing FIFA, man. I'm quite negative all the time. But I believe in the boys. They play their best. They should do it.
FG?
I can't wait to have a kebab in Istanbul and just enjoy the football. And
that's all you're looking forward to.
When the 90 minutes is over, we'll talk about it. Yeah, it's going to be painful for a City fan because it's in our DNA to be worried, but what a special team, mate. I mean, if there's a group of players who can do it and who can break all the records, it's this team.
Right, it's too much. Let's move on. I can't talk about it anymore. I am looking forward to it June 10th, but I am very, very nervous. Let's get back to the chat around EA Sports FIFA 23, and we're coming towards the end of the season, and that means one thing. Oh, team of the season.
Granit Xhaka, can he shoot? Great tackle by Diaz. What a block from Diaz. And De Bruyne is advancing, and De Bruyne keeps on going and hits it into the back of the net. What a sensational goal! Kevin De Bruyne. Grealish comes forward in the left wing position, taking on Benrek into the penalty area. He goes, flicks it on Haaland. That is a stunning finish from Erling Haaland.
And we can see the 3 Manchester City players that have been included in the team of the season. Ruben Dias, Kevin De Bruyne and Erling Haaland. FG, we would have liked to have seen 6 inclusions, but we're not going to be too greedy. We've got to be happy with these 3.
So happy with them. Obviously, Bernardo and Ake are in the community one as well, which is really, really good. But yeah, look at them, mate. 97 KDB, 97 Erling and 96 Ruben. Yeah, mate, that's a spine of your team sorted.
Now, you just mentioned there Nathan Ake, Bernardo Silva, included in the community team of the season. So hopefully one of us will be lucky, but we'll be getting those as well. Let's just talk about Bernardo's performance, especially against Real Madrid, especially just recently. I mean, Shellzz, he's been unplayable at times.
Yeah, I really love Bernardo Silva, the way how he plays. The guy's always running around the pitch as well. Works so hard for the team. And you had a tough matchup with Camavinga, and it feels like his pace is not what he's known for, but he just always seems to beat his man as well. He's just so smart and intelligent. He's just a fantastic player to watch.
Mate, the ball sticks to his feet like he's glued.
It's like bubblegum.
I don't understand how it's possible for someone to have the ball and not like let it move from its feet. I try that a lot and it just bounces off me.
I was going to bring up your football skills, mate. I know you recently played in a football game. I've seen the highlights of that one. Let's move on. Now, FG, I'd usually come to you to talk about packing these and how long it's going to take, the stream and the incredible things the lengths you'll go to hopefully receive these and be lucky enough with that pack look. But we've got an actual player here who's good at the game. So let's go to you, Shellzz. I mean, looking at these 3, unbelievable. How lucky would you be to have those in your team, and just how good will that make your team be?
Yeah, I mean, these 3 cards, items are so incredible. Ruben Dias with the 88 pace, any CB with over like 83 pace is crazy. So give him an 88 with 97 defending. And he's one of the best CBs in the game for sure. KDB obviously got a team deal early on this year, and it's quite similar to that card, but still a fantastic player in midfield. Obviously, he's known for going forward, but with this card, he can defend as well. And they've absolutely ruined my brain for foot champs because they gave Haaland 5-star weak foot. So thank you. So I'll be very stressed playing qualifiers this year, but he's just a fantastic player.
Now, it's actually quite refreshing to hear from someone who knows what they're talking about when it comes to these items. And sorry, FG.
It's a good substitution for later, right?
Better trousers as well. But I mean, you don't just talk the talk, you walk the walk as well, because yourself and your teammate, Ryan Pessoa, you qualified for the Club World Cup recently. Talk to me about that. How big of a stage will that be?
Yeah, I mean, this season's been quite tough. But to get this one, especially at the end of the season, our season's not done in May. Usually as pros joke around, the season's done in May, but ours goes on for a little bit longer. But to make Club World Cup, I think we've got the highest appearance as a club and players. Me and Ryan's got the most caps, so hopefully that means we can bring our trophy home.
Now, it is a huge event. How are you feeling going into it? Because as you said, this year maybe lots of lows, some highs as well, but this is a great chance for yourself and for Ryan to actually finish this on an all-time high.
Leading up to the event, the qualifiers, I told Ryan, we're not meant to be here. We qualified in the last week to make it to the playoffs things, and we won it against all odds. No one thought we was going to make it out. We had a really tough group. So I told Ryan, it's the same expectation. Don't expect anything. We just put the work in. There's no reason why we can't go and win it. So as long as we do that, I'll be fine.
Can I give you a piece of advice?
Yeah.
Anything FG says to you, any advice he tries to give to you, any DMs he sends you, ignore them. Put them straight to the delete folder.
I gave him a team talk, Gave him a team talk and said, win and you won, so well done, Sean.
Oh, do you know what? FG, it's all down to you. It is all down to you. Now, we could talk about the Club World Cup for a very long time, but let's go back to Manchester City and go back to the action on the pitch as well, because can anybody else smell that? Oh, it's another Premier League trophy. I can smell it. It's close. It could happen this weekend when Manchester City play host to Chelsea.
I had the feeling the last years that this season is harder. That's why it's so exciting, and that's why Premier League is the best.
Manchester City on the cusp of the Premier League title. Pep Guardiola's side will win the title if they beat Chelsea at home on Sunday.
Understandable, huge anticipation in the air. Back-to-back titles, they now eye up a three-peat.
We're about to find out if Manchester City can make it 3 out of 3.
The run that they're on with winning games has been phenomenal, and that's what champions do. And the finish line is near. they take over. City put these runs together every single season. The standards that you have to hit now are so high, they are so close to perfection.
The reigning Premier League champions are flexing their muscles.
The game is in our hands to win the most important competition. We are lucky to have the chance to finish at home with our people, and we have to take it.
Oh, that has got me very, very excited. Sunday, Manchester City could be crowned Premier League champions for the third time in a row. FG, that smile on your face says it all. How much are you looking forward to the possibility of that?
I am super excited, and it can happen before as well, because Arsenal playing Nottingham Forest away. And if they don't win or they drop points or Forest win, then Man City are champions before a ball has been kicked.
But would you not rather maybe do it by beating Chelsea instead of allowing another team to do it?
I feel like I just want us to lift it at home.
Okay.
It's our last home game, so...
Okay, all right, so you'd rather do it on Sunday.
We want to be with our fans, like we want the atmosphere to be how it was at the Real Madrid game. We want everyone to... Because, I mean, the opportunity to do it at Brighton on a Wednesday night would be pretty cool, obviously, Brentford, but... We want all of our fans there. We want that atmosphere and another Premier League trophy, Kyle. What a time to be alive.
What a time to be alive indeed. I mean, Shellzz, this Manchester City team have been incredible. They've chased down Arsenal. They were 8 points ahead at one point. Everyone was saying, oh, can they do it? Can Manchester City come back? Here they are. They're in the driving seat.
Yeah, I think you got to give credit all around. I mean, Pep with his tactics, especially against games like Arsenal, changing the way how they play. You know, you've got guys like Grealish who's really got confidence in this game this season. It honestly feels like they're playing career mode or even playing against FG on Ultimate Team. So just forcing wins every time. It just happens so normally, but nah, it's just crazy to see.
They really are, and some of those players, they're so experienced. They've got plenty of Premier League medals, but for some of them, it'll be their first one as well. Shellzz, you're the only one in this room, not just us three, but production as well, that have got yourself and got your hands on a Premier League title. Of course, the E-Premier League, you've won it, you've got that at home still. It's still on the mantelpiece. Yeah. How does that feel, actually getting your hands? Come on, make us jealous.
I think it's just, in a way, waking up to it for a couple of mornings. I just feel proud and just knowing what I've done and even think about it. It gets a little bit emotional. I'm not going to get all softy, but just to bring a trophy home, especially to see a team that supported me for 4 or 5 years now, and it was their first trophy in esports and FIFA especially. It was just a great feeling, and just, yeah, I think about it all the time.
FG, have you got your hands on any trophies?
You know what, I'm just happy for my friends, Shellzz.
Yeah.
What's mine is, what's yours is mine, right? We share it.
Do you know what?
I've got a competitive win, though.
Okay.
And you lost 15-0 when you tried.
Oh,
yes,
15. Bringing that up. Okay, let's move on, because I have actually just heard, in my ear, in Istanbul, there's a doner kebab eating contest.
I'll win.
You'll win that one. There you go. We're bringing back 2 trophies. We're bringing back 2 trophies from Istanbul.
And 2 more stone in weight for me.
Baby. Now, it's going to be a very exciting and very busy end to the season for Manchester City. We've obviously got the end of the Premier League. We've got the FA Cup final at Wembley against Manchester United. And then it's a Champions League final. Oh, my God, it's too much to think about, against Inter Milan. There's plenty to talk about. We might not be back, though, because this is the final EA Sports in the game of the season. But what I'm going to say is we'll be able to come back next season and talk about Manchester City hopefully winning the treble. Fingers crossed. Thank you so much for watching. As always, make sure you like, comment and subscribe. What do you make of Shellzz trousers? Much better than Definitely. We'll see you next season.